Hi everyone, beautiful good afternoon. I'll give StreamYard a couple of seconds to synchronize on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Welcome everyone on the various platforms where you're joining me from. My name is Sandra Bichel, and I'm here today to present the hidden job market. As some of you might know, the job market has started picking up after the summer. Just give me a second. Yes. The job market has started picking up after the summer, and very specifically, that means in the European Union, we have an increase of 6.38% in the number of published job ads on LinkedIn, which is almost another 200,000 job ads. And in a weekly, when it comes to the weekly change, it's plus 4.17%, which is 117,000 new job ads published on LinkedIn. This is a lot of job ads to click through and go through. So what Career Angels does and has been doing for a very long time, every single week, we go through LinkedIn job ads published on websites of executive search consultants. Companies get in touch with us and say, listen, we know of your network. Would you mind publishing that opportunity on your network, on your platforms? So we go through hundreds and thousands of job ads to find the best hidden job market gems for our community of experienced managers and executives. So what is a hidden job market gem? The way we define it is as follows. So one, as I've already mentioned, it must be the best job offers there are, so they're curated, and we really put in a lot of effort to really find the best ones. Hidden doesn't mean that they're completely hidden. We have redefined hidden to difficult to find because of the location they were posted, or because of how the job description itself was phrased, or the position was phrased. It could have been misleading, so it's not something that you would naturally click on, but we click on everything, we read everything. And what's the most important aspect of it, it is really those job ads are for senior international candidates, minimum 10 years of experience, and consequently all job ads are in English. So this week we found 59 hidden job market gems on various platforms. You will find them in our group. We have a dedicated group on LinkedIn called Hidden Job Market for Experienced Managers in Europe. If you are an experienced manager or an executive with minimum 10 years of experience, you can request to join. And if we can verify your identity, if we see that your profile is fully filled out, that you don't have a fake profile, etc., we will then accept you into the group where you can then review the newsletter every week. Now, my first example that I've chosen out of those 59 this week is for Lenovo, based in Bratislava, Slovakia, so about 45-50 minutes by car from Vienna. It has received, I'll have to say, only 6 applicants within 2 days of publishing. And why is that relevant? One, it's a actually good location, very family friendly. It is Lenovo, and as they point out in their job description, they're not only a Fortune 500, a global Fortune 500 company, we're one of Fortune's most admired. So they want to make sure that everybody knows, okay, this is Lenovo, it's a well-known company, it's a good location. They do something a lot of job descriptions companies don't do. They did post a base monthly salary. And of course, the minimum can often be even twice as high. And they also add the variable aspect of 14%, etc. So this is something highly unusual. Plus, they of course offer, of course, it's maybe not that of course, but now that a lot of companies are moving back to the office, they do state to be offering a modern and flexible way of working to combine personal and professional life, working from home, etc. So I'm actually quite surprised that there's only 8 candidates in 2 days. Should be much, much more. But maybe Bratislava is not a top location that everybody thinks of right away when thinking about next career moves. So this could be a very good opportunity in the hidden job market gem. Then next up, I have example number 2. And this is an outlier, statistical outlier, 120 applicants in only one day. Head of office based, head of head of finance based in Milan, Italy. The Italian job market had been hit quite a bit by COVID-19. So you can see that also by the number of candidates per job ad. And we see that consistently also with other job ads that are published in Italy. There are a lot of candidates competing with each other for those senior roles. They're also, it is, I mean, head of finance, B2B, experience and technology, Milan-based, 120 applicants. And if you bear with me a little bit, you'll see that there is a blue apply button, which means once you click on it, you'll see an applicant tracking system. And what to do to get and to be more visible against 120 applicants, I'll tell you that in a second. Here also the head of finance, they're very clear, minimum 10 years of experience in technology companies, 4 to 5 years of experience in a multinational organization, and they do not say that you have to be fluent in Italian. So you do need to know Italian GAAP and US GAAP, but the main language here is English. So this is a good, very good job opportunity for international candidates. Now, although more and more employers hint in their job description that they're open to flexi work, remote work, not everybody says fully remote is fine. Usually they want to find a hybrid solution. On the other hand, there are some companies that say if you are a senior executive, a senior manager, and you want to work from home, that's absolutely fine with us. We actually prefer that. So we've started a dedicated edition called our Remote Edition. So Remote Edition for executives, where we additionally source opportunities that are by definition remote. And it's admittedly not that many, usually anywhere between 5 and 20. This week it's 11. So on Wednesdays, if I remember correctly, you'll find the remote edition for experienced managers and executives. Now, one other thing that you might have noticed for those who are already a member of our group, we also have editions that we prepare with our partners. One partner is a company called Element. They are an applicant tracking system provider and candidate management system provider that we're a big fan of based on their functionality. They have started preparing for us an edition dedicated to the Polish market entirely. We also have once a month an edition prepared by and powered by ShareHire, a very cool tool that helps employers leverage their employees' networks when it comes to recruiting. And every second week, more or less, Xparang, an exclusive membership-only platform, also shares their opportunities with our community of experienced managers and executives. I highly recommend for you to check out Xparang. It allows for very confidential job search where you as a candidate do not disclose your identity until a company first discloses there, and then you can decide whether you'd like to have a conversation with them or not. So there's lots going on in our hidden job market group on LinkedIn. Now, some of you are already listening. If you have any questions or comments, Doesn't matter if you are joining us from YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, please feel free to add your comments or questions in the section below. The platform allows me to see everything you post, so just go ahead and ask and interact if you'd like so. Okay, now example number 3 is for managing director based in Brussels, managing director Fintech startups. 24 applicants in 3 days. That's quite okay, I'd say. Here you'll see that we do not have a blue apply button, but a LinkedIn easy apply button, which means that you'll be asked to upload your CV directly into the, let's call it CV or candidate collection space of LinkedIn itself. So here we do not need to go through applicant tracking systems, but it's important to understand how the easy apply button works in terms of figuring out how to fine-tune your LinkedIn profile and CV prior to applying through that button. Why is this one interesting? Again, minimum 10 years of experience. They do want somebody who has already been a managing director. And from a language perspective, usually in Belgium or specifically in Brussels, it does say that they require usually all 3 languages, meaning Dutch and French and German and English. But here it does say fluent Dutch, French, or German. So international candidates have a chance to actually be shortlisted. And this opportunity not only is Brussels-based, but it will require the managing director to work closely with the UK board. And then last but not least, beautiful Paris is looking for a VP of sales. Well, not Paris is looking for a VP of sales EMEA, but Quincus, based in Paris, is looking for one. 26 applicants in a week, that's not that much. So it makes sense to apply. Why is that opportunity interesting? Because they say at least 15 years of experience. They do want somebody experienced, 15 years of experience in B2B sales leadership, and minimum 5 years of experience in a startup environment. What you will notice, and I really appreciate that more and more, that companies in the fintech or startup space say, we actually want to work with founders who failed, who have succeeded, who understand how that environment works. And here also they say they do want somebody who understands the different cultural challenges of the region, of the EMEA region. And as you can see, once you click there, it will take you through an applicant tracking system, which brings me to my next section of today's live, applicant tracking system. So whenever you have this blue button on LinkedIn, you click apply and it takes you in this, what you can see on the slide here. You have my work, my workday, brass ring, before you had lever. So it's important to understand how the applicant tracking systems actually work. Now, what's important to remember, 99% of Fortune 500 companies use applicant tracking systems. So softwares that, or databases that have this functionality of comparing candidate CVs with job descriptions and look for the right keywords. Based on our own data, we know that 60 to 70% of job ads for executives go through applicant tracking systems. 5 years ago, that was something entirely and completely unheard of. If you look through our older material, you will actually see, read or hear me saying, if you're an executive, you can ignore applying through job ads altogether because they are not effective. This has immensely changed over the last 5 years. Last year, 26% of our clients found a job through applicant tracking systems and applying to job ads. This is how much the world has changed, but you need to understand how it works, because 75% of CVs are never seen by actual humans, by recruiters, by hiring managers. Why is that? Now, what you need to understand is that there is a software in the background, and the software is more or less advanced, which means that the majority of applicant tracking systems and softwares are not able to read information that's in your header or footer or embedded in a table. That's why two-column CVs don't work. They don't like graphics and hyperlinks, etc., etc. And not knowing how advanced a given applicant tracking system is that you apply to, what's best is have to find a CV format that will work with the biggest number of ATS, which means you need to keep it simple from a formatting perspective. Let me show you here an example. On the very left, you see a CV format that is, it's black, white, Arial font. There is nothing fancy about that format, which means it is most likely for applicant tracking systems to actually be able to interpret information. To give you an example, if your telephone number in an applicant tracking system, if your telephone number has spaces in, let's say, the wrong places, the ATS might try to interpret your phone number as a date, and then your contact details become an employer in the database of candidates, which makes no sense. But you need to know these things. So the CV that you will use for applicant tracking systems is completely different from the one that you will be using when getting in touch with actual human beings directly. And the other thing, as I've mentioned, the majority of ATS allow to compare candidate CVs against job ads, which means to look for keywords. Now, here is an example of a keyword match attempt. So on the very left, that candidate would have received a 26% match based on jobscan.co. Now, JobScan does a really good job in identifying missing keywords. Here, we then added 6 more lines in yellow, and all of a sudden, the same candidate went from a 26% match to a 52% match. And you can see we then added 5 more keywords in red and then a couple of more in green. And by adding 15 new elements, we went from a CV that a recruiter would actually not even have a look at to, oh my God, fantastic candidate. I want to invite that candidate immediately to be interviewed. So understanding how ATS works is a big, big part of having success in your job search. If you want to know how to do that, I do recommend you download our ATS guides. The links are now in the comment section in a couple of seconds. Download the guide and really follow the formatting step by step. Do make a keyword match before applying. It will increase your chances of landing at least interviews. You can also ask us for an applicant tracking system report. So once you have reformatted your CV and you say, okay, I think I'm ready, send it to us, and my team and I will be more than happy to give you feedback on whether your CV is ready to go through ATS. Now, once again, I do recommend you join our Hidden Job Market group for experienced managers in Europe on LinkedIn. Every Monday, late afternoon, sometimes evening, you will see a post with the most recent hidden job market gems. When I say most recent, the job ads we select are never older than 6 days. So if you're actively looking for a job, I recommend you also check out the previous editions from at least 1 or 2 weeks back. The good thing also, we structure our job ads, the hidden job market, by function, so you don't have to read through, in, for example, here 59 hidden job market gems, but you can actually skip right ahead to HR and people, or admin and finance, or IT. So you don't, we make it user-friendly. That's what I wanted to say. Now, if you're actively looking for a job, you can also check out our website, and through the website, you can book a free career consultation or receive also a free CV report. If you want to continue staying in touch, want to keep up with the hidden job market or career related material, I highly recommend you follow Career Angels, our company page on LinkedIn, or subscribe to a YouTube channel where we have a job search, a full job search course. We have videos on what's going on in the market, HR related topics. So there's lots and lots and lots of information on our LinkedIn company page, but also on our YouTube channel. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them. Otherwise, I'll be wrapping up and I'll be looking forward to seeing you again in one of the live sessions. Thank you so much and have a good day.